Playing that for you if you've got a big Friday night planned tonight. That's Luther Vandross, Janet Jackson, BBC Radio Scotland, 10:37 now on a Friday morning. And we're talking about grief, specifically in relation to the loss of a friend. This week, singer Harry Styles has been talking about the loss of his friend and One Direction bandmate Liam Payne and how it made him reassess what he was doing with his life. We're off to Caithness. Sean is there this morning. Sean, morning.
Morning, Stuart.
Morning. You lost your best friend, Sean, didn't you? What happened?
Yeah. Well, he was my best friend since school, and it was a second lockdown. It was just a week before it eased up. He died of a heart attack, and it was just I was meant to meet up with him at day, and then I got a phone call from one of my other friends saying he passed away, and I thought I just couldn't take it in. I was just ready to meet him. It means what we done is I had a lot of footage of us when we were younger, growing up. It means because it was still a lockdown, there was only so many people could go till funeral. It means I thought we could have a day out, maybe 6 months in, and we hire a pub and we watch all this old footage of us. It means I did this video of all of us when we were younger, and then basically I was speaking about it 20 years later, and it was called Monkey Culture, and we end up getting it on Amazon Prime. I thought, well, let's try to memorise them.
Yeah.
Let's and people are like, you're never going to get on here. I said, well, I want time to be remembered. I want to live forever, sort of thing. It means that was my way to grieve at the time, because I was just watching videos of him the whole time.
What a lovely thing to. How often do you go back and look at it, Sean?
I only watched it at Christmas. I was after it. I just wasn't want to see it for a long time, and then because it was my way of grieving, and then when I watched it, memories just flooded back.
See that gap that he. Well, sorry, what was his name?
Thomas Siglin.
Right, the gap that is left in your life now that Thomas isn't there. What is different? What's the space that he doesn't occupy anymore?
This a best friend who understands me, and I understood him. It was like we could be, for a month, and then we could meet up, and it was just like yesterday or a year. It was just, and I think just losing that best mate who just understood everything about you. You didn't have to tell him anything. He already knows it, and vice versa. And I don't know. I think you never get over it. I was saying it to somebody a couple of days ago who's lost their friend, and I said you never get over it. When it comes to Christmas or birthdays, or this even when I go back into Edinburgh, and I'll go down that area, and it's just like. It's like I just get that sort of sinking feeling, and
there's always something that you meet up with somebody and he would normally be there, or you see something that you might have sent to him, or a piece of music that you used to like together, or a film that you both talked about. There's always something, or football. There's always something, isn't there?
Oh, even not long ago, what is it? It was a View. A View came on a couple of days ago, and it was just funny because that was his favourite band, and it was just like going, I really miss not speaking to him. It was just be good just to have him having a drink right now. And it was just funny. It's just because I was in a car and I heard this on the radio, and I was like, that's exactly the way I was feeling a couple of days ago. And it's just still just to speak about him again.
Taking it back to the day that he died, Sean, if you don't mind me doing that, that was such a shock because it was an absolutely sudden death as well. Yeah. That day, what did you do that day?
Well, that day, because I was going to meet up with him, and what is it? And I phoned his dad, and I said, if he's wanting space, that's cool. But if I would come round, because when I went round, all his family are there, because it was just sudden. Nobody expected him to pass away. And my friend Graham, who's good friends with Tam, we all hung about when we were younger. He took me outside the city, and he was wanting me to cry, and I couldn't cry. I think it was that whole macho thing. I was still in shock, and it took me about nearly a year, and I broke down one night. It was just like every time it was coming up, I stopped myself.
You bottled it up.
Yeah, and I think I definitely did, and I think like doing the film was my way to grieving. It means I was seeing this every night, just us and I thought that's a goal. The goals to get on this little cinema, and then after it was like, let's try go in a streaming site, and his dad's like, you're never going to do that, and then they end up on Radio Times and on the what is it, Daily Record, and I was like, for a thing that was just a memory, for only cost me 20 quid to do, and it was just, that was my way to sort of grieve on me.
What a lovely thing to do. Sean, thank you so much for sharing Tam's story with us this morning as well.